3 must-read books for all entrepreneurs, okay? So I'm gonna tell you, and it's sad to say, but when I was in school, I never used to read. And if I can say one of my biggest regrets, if I was to go back to school, is if I would focus more on English. I was the guy that cheated throughout school, okay? You remember those essays that we had to write? Man, am I glad that I didn't have ChatGPT, because I cheated. All the way through school. I used to go in and ask my teachers, what grade do I need to graduate? And they said a D, and I made sure I had a D. Okay, I had D. My dad used to say, Dog Della Udagoy. Okay, if you're a Luo, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, after high school, I got into reading. And let me just be honest, I don't read physical books. I read audio books, okay? So I know, especially some of my friends were like, Brian, you know you don't read, okay? To be honest, I do audiobooks. I don't have time to grab a physical book and read, but I did start based on Alex Hormozi. And if y'all don't believe me, hold up. Here we go. Here's my proof. I was reading Alex Hormozi's book right here, this book, $100 Million Offers, and he had made a comment that if you read and also listen to the audiobook at the same time, you can comprehend the information much better. So I started doing that, but I'm still doing audiobooks. But getting back to the video right here, 3 books that are a must read if you're an entrepreneur, if you're thinking about getting into business, in order for you to calibrate your brain. Because you've been programmed, especially if you have like a regular job, or, you know, you're just thinking about getting into, start working for yourself. You have a lot of program that you have to get rid of. You have to look at the world differently. So I'm gonna go over the 3 books, and I'm telling you, man, these 3 books changed my life. Okay, I can't speak more highly about these books. And I'm gonna start with the first book right here, Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. If you have never read this book, thank me later, as Drake would say. Thank me fucking later. This is my Bible. Okay, I hope my mommy's not gonna watch this. Okay, I pray my mommy's not gonna watch this. But Outwitting the Devil, man, this is a powerful book. This is a fucking powerful book. I mean, the most powerful book that I have ever written, and I think the most powerful book I will ever read. Okay, I always say jokingly, once I make it to heaven, I'm gonna tell Jesus, get the hell out the way. I wanna meet Napoleon Hill, the person that wrote this book. Let me set the stage here. The concept of the book is Napoleon is interviewing the devil, and he asks the devil all these questions, any questions that you've ever had in your mind that you wanted to ask God, the devil, the meaning about life, religion, every fucking thing, business, school, everything is covered in this book. It's an amazing book. It's a powerful book. This book is so powerful that when Napoleon wrote it, he did not release this book, which is so sad, how much work he put into this book, but he did not release this book until years later once he died. And actually his family released his book later once they died. There was so much fear based on how much knowledge this book had, that they did not release this book for years after it was written. This book was released in 2011, once everybody in his family had died. That's how powerful this book is. When I say every single question that you ever had, every meaning of life is going to be answered, I am not exaggerating, man. And I would highly advise that do not grab the physical copy. You want to listen to the audio version, because again, it's an interview. Napoleon asks questions and the devil answers it. And the whole, it's free on YouTube. You can watch it for free, okay? If you don't want to buy, spend the money and buy the book. But the whole concept of this, the Napoleon is asking the question, the devil is answering in full. He's telling you how he controls your life, how he gets you to make these bad mistakes, how he gets you to be addicted to stuff, how he uses money, how he uses women, even if you're a woman, how he uses men, how he uses relationships, every single thing. When I say, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is my Bible, honestly, like for real. I read this, I probably listened to this book over 100 times. When I can't go to sleep, I put Outwitting the Devil in my ears. And it sounds crazy. And I know my friends, my mom, my family's gonna be like, this nigga is evil. He is part of the Illuminati now. He is gone. But I'm telling you, this book has made that much of a difference in my life. Drop a comment down below if you've read this book and you understand what I'm saying. If you have never read this book, read this book and drop in a comment below if anything that I'm saying is a lie. All right, it's like a 4-hour listen, okay? And it's going to change your life. I remember when I started listening to this book is so powerful that I had to stop. It's one of those books, I say that there is some books that you read or you listen to and you get the information here. But there's some authors that write books that they don't even go through here. They go straight to the heart. This is one of those books. You want to grab this goddamn book, okay? When it comes to the top 3 books that's going to change your life for entrepreneurs, this is number 1. Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Book number 1. Book number 2. By the way, if you don't know, this video is brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, where we always say our goal is to help you reach your goals. So if you're looking for some funding, if you're a business, if you're looking to start, grow, or even expand your business or in need of some funding, you want to go ahead and click the link in the description below and visit us at Pennington Consulting Group. In addition to that, if you're looking to start your own business loan agency, this program is also brought to you by Broker Solutions Academy. And what we do is we help loan brokers and understand and simplify the various funding products that are available in the marketplace so they can properly serve their clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a glorified referral partner. So definitely there's going to be a link in the description. We've worked all year long to really package this program, and it's the most comprehensive loan broker training there is. Guaranteed you're going to be successful, especially if you're going to be having me as your coach. Okay, so definitely want to check the links in the description. In addition to that, if you're interested in some of our media services, we offer YouTube editing services. I have my team. You see how great these videos are. Come on. Okay, you look at our website. Look how good those websites are. And look at your website, okay? So if you're interested in having us work on your website, if you're interested in having us work on your YouTube, or even get your social media game just right, you want to go ahead and reach out to us. There's going to be a link in the description on how we can partner up together to help you grow your social media presence, your web presence, so you can position yourself for success, as I always say. So anyway, is Napoleon Hill as well. This guy's my hero. Like I said, I'm going to tell Jesus, move out the way. Let me talk to Mr. Napoleon. I ain't got time to be talking to you. The second book, and I'm just kidding. For all you religious folks, they're going to come at me in the comment section. Please relax, come down, okay? Come down. The next book that I want you to look into is Think and Grow Rich, especially as an entrepreneur. Think and Grow Rich is it's a great book. It's a pretty long read. You want to listen to it. It's going to take you a couple of days to listen to it. But during my time in business, while I questioned what I was doing, when I had my doubts, whenever that money wasn't coming in, this is the book that I will listen to. It will get your brain to start thinking. There's a special art that Napoleon has where he can write something, and as you're reading the book, you start to think, but you're not being distracted from the book. It's not one of those books when I say that I'm starting to think over here, my brain goes completely away from the book. No, he draws you into what your mission is, especially if you're trying to start your own business. Get your brain to start thinking about different things, different ideas, different ways on how you can execute. I mean, he really gets you up there and going. So Think and Grow Rich, you've heard about it. If you haven't, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but as an entrepreneur, this is like the first real motivational book. Every one of your motivational speakers have read this book. They've kind of gotten some type of guidance or whatever from this book. So Think and Grow Rich, very popular book. You definitely want to go ahead and read that. It's an amazing book. Another book, and you guys are going to be surprised by this, okay? My third book is going to be a big surprise for most of you, okay? But it's a book that I started to put on my ear as pretty often, and it's by one of my biggest heroes, okay? One of these days I'm going to meet this man, and I'm telling you, you guys are going to be surprised. And it's by 50 Cent Jackson. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, if I can say that right. Hustle Harder and Hustle Smarter. This book is amazing. Okay, it really changed my perception of 50 Cent. This guy is a marketing genius. The 50 Cent that you know in the club and all this music, that's not 50. That is not Curtis Jackson. Curtis Jackson, the Curtis Jackson that he actually reveals his true self in this book. It talks about relationship. It talks about life, his biggest fears. It talks about his son, how they couldn't get along and why. He talks about his baby mama drama. He talks about it all. He talks about how he transitioned from making music to doing TV. How they didn't believe in him. How he talks about it all. 50 Cent is a very smart individual, man. I mean, shout out to 50 Cent. He talks about addiction on this book. He covers it all, man. And I was just so proud how he basically just tackled everything. I don't know how this book doesn't get as much credit as it does, because this is an amazing book. It's right in the likes of Think and Grow Rich and all of those other books. 50 Cent book that you must read, Hustle Harder and Hustle Smarter. Amazing book. 50, if you're watching this, please give me a shout out on your big ass Instagram channel. One day we're gonna meet. I promise you that. Your book changed my life. I listen to it at least once or twice every year. Every single time, just listen to it again. You know, when I'm tired of listening to Outwitting the Devil before I go to sleep, I throw in that Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. It's an amazing book that you want to throw out there. But because you guys are still rocking with me, I'm going to throw a bonus book out there. 3 Paths to Lending, okay? Of course, we have a new cover, new redesign, but if you're gonna get into business, you have to understand the 3 different ways on how you can fund your business. Statistically speaking, everything is against you. Most businesses fail within the first 5 years, as they say. I think like 50% or higher businesses fail within the first 5 years. And I think like 65 or 70% within the first 10-year mark or whatever. Just Google it, you'll see the numbers out there. But the number one reason why most of these businesses fail is because of lack of capital. And this book's outlines the 3 different ways on how you can get your business funded, either based on your credit, your income, or your asset. I talk about the different products that are available within each one of these lending segments. I talk about what it takes to qualify for each one of these products. And by the way, if you just give me a few weeks, I will have an audio version where you guys hear my loud ass reading this book for you, okay? So, you want to read this book. It really will empower you as a business owner to know exactly what options that you have out there, so you don't have to rely on the banker. Because a lot of people, they just go to the bank, they listen to that guy in the back of that computer, they don't know what the hell he's talking about, doesn't understand the bank products, doesn't understand the different underwriting guidelines. All he understands is how to type information into a computer and read to you what the computer says, okay? And that's why most businesses don't even know the majority of the funding right now is coming from alternative sources, not coming from major banks, all right? So, anyway, those are the 4 books, I should say, with the bonus being 3 Paths to Lending that you must read. Number 1, Outwitting the Devil. Read this goddamn book. I'm telling you. The second book is Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, the same guy. And the third book is Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. And then the bonus book, as I said, with the new redesign, 3 Paths to Lending. Harold showing the redesign on the page. There's going to be a link in the description. You can download my book for free. Outwitting the Devil is free on YouTube. Think and Grow Rich is also free on YouTube. 50 cents, you know, like he said, Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter. He doesn't have his book for free. You don't have to pay for it. But for Audible, you can be able to get it for free. Anyway, I appreciate you for joining me today. I appreciate you for rocking with me today. Of course, link in the description if you want to get in touch with me. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.